K-pop opinions and confessions.
Baby!
Honestly, I used to ship idols as a joke at first, for example, Min-chan since they were the parents of Stray Kids, then all of a sudden it got serious with me, generally imagining some of the members in different groups in a relationship. Ever since I got into day 6, thankfully, I've gone out of shipping phase, and I now generally just enjoy the music my favorite groups and bands produce. Yeah, I guess a lot of people tend to fully immerse themselves in kind of like the K-pop culture, fandom culture of like shipping and being obsessed with the idol, and then some people just take it a bit too far and get a bit too serious about it. That tends to happen, but as long as you're able to get out of it and you're aware that you took a step too far, then that's okay. As long as you're not one of those people that like make it their like, you know, whole dedication to their life. In my opinion, My Days are probably one of the chillest K-pop fandoms out there at the moment, since they generally love the music their band Day 6 produces and are super supportive and not weird at all, especially the Korean My Days. Like my favorite concert ever that I've ever been to is Day 6. They're amazing, they're hilarious, they're great. The sound, the performance is amazing. And everybody, the whole crowd was a whole vibe. It was all chill, it was all cool. Or 4 of the members, they ran down the aisles and high-fived us. I high-fived Sungjin. I'm pretty sure he still doesn't know I exist, but that's okay. Yeah, Day 6 and the fandom itself, amazing. For a period of time, I kept on finding random idols in my dreams doing some of the most weird things I've seen, and I was never in the dreams. Once I fell asleep in church, don't judge me, and I had a dream where one person from Day 6 was acting like Pocoyo, a kid's film I'm aware, and he was just playing with toys in a white room, okay? Another one was Dahyun from Twice flying up to space with their ego dance and meeting Jake from Hyping up there. And one that I remember very clearly was a made-up Disney film that my genius mind made called Girls Only, Boys Only or something, and I remember Young K from Day 6 and Bangchan from Stray Kids being there. That kind of makes sense. The whole thing was one room filled with girls and another filled with boys, and it was a horror movie. It started off with the 2 genders of people in various age groups in a nice lobby like room with snacks and watching TV. I remember the girls were watching Broken Melodies MV by NCT Dream. Bangchan was the first to notice something was off, then gunshots were fired from outside the rooms with a masked man dragging a naked woman's body with blood everywhere. Hang on a minute. Everyone freaked out and the majority of the people got killed and oh my gosh, which was very weird and was kind of scary, I guess. Well, Young K and Bangchan left the area unharmed. When they left together to cross the road, Bangchan got hit by a car in front of Young K. Then I think there was meant to be a sequel to it where Young K tries to report the whole thing. My dreams are definitely effed up. I might need to go to therapy. Sorry if I made you feel uncomfortable. I'm not I wouldn't say uncomfortable because, you know, I'm kind of expecting this type of stuff from the opinions and confessions, but definitely shocked because the way your mind goes there, it's quite insane. And the fact that you put Young K and Bangchan there, it's also quite, out of all the people in your life, it is 2 people who work in JYP, 2 JYP idols. You should have a psych evaluation. Hi Eldrick, my confession is I can't stand BabyMonster anymore because of course people are blaming YG for the sexualizing clothes and choreography, but they act like that on stage too. People who say that they are almost 18 disgust me, and also even if it is their choice to do that on stage, it isn't a good thing. Teenagers wearing revealing clothes and twerking on stage to millions of people online is not a good thing. From Rhinos, I'll live your content, keep it up. Thank you very much. And yeah, I guess like with the whole revealing clothes and stuff, I feel like that's the stylist's choice or the company's choice. Sometimes the idol has some input, but most of the time the stylist and the K-pop company is like, okay, you gotta wear this. This is for the concept. This is for all that. And yeah, I have seen some clips where it was like Chiquita and all. Who's Rora Ruka? I could be getting the names wrong. I'm not fully familiar with BabyMonster, but like, yeah, I understand, like, they move like that, right? And they shouldn't be moving like that as a teenager. But the thing is, I was a teenager myself. I used to dance like that thinking it was the cool way to dance. It was the fun way to dance. And people around me danced like that thinking it was a fun way to dance. It was a cool way to dance. And really, like, looking back at it, it's very inappropriate. And, like, I guess due with the whole, like, in the age of social media and being able to see certain things, it's like you just copy things online that you find cool, that you find fun, and that's what I did. And I realized I shouldn't have done that, and I regret all things. But yeah, I'm sure like, like, yes, they might be having fun, but yeah, they shouldn't be dancing like that. It's like, you're very young, you shouldn't be dancing like that. There are people that will take that the wrong way. Please be mindful of that. And yeah, but like, yeah, it's a bit uncomfortable. Like, yes, they might be having fun, but like, I hopefully they look back at it and realize, oh, I shouldn't have done that at that time, because you know, and I know there's a lot of young, I have a lot of young viewers that are like, oh, but they should do what they should want to do, and it's like, I understand that, but here's the thing, there's a certain time and place to do certain things, and like at a certain age, you shouldn't be doing those things. Even though you see it online and you think it's cool, you shouldn't do it. Trust me. Alright, I've been there. Okay, so once I pretended to make a K-pop group under BLS called Royals, and that they would be the most successful K-pop groups in the world, and that they would have 7 members, 1 Korean, 1 Spanish, 1 Indian, 1 Japanese, 1 Chinese, 1 Thai, and lastly, 1 from Australia, and they would be formed from the most depressing survival show like ever, and that the youngest member would debut when she was 9, and the oldest member would be like 18, and I pretended they debuted in 2016, and also that they would have a fandom name called Queens and Kings, and the hater name would be Peasants, and I used to make my own music and pretend it was for Royals. I also made some random beef with Lisa from Blackpink and Nicki from Hypin and Iroha from Island, and then the youngest member from our group, who was the Japanese member. Okay, I don't know why you did all caps there. Interesting. Never be a producer for a K-pop company. I like the whole one member, one nation thing. That's cool. The rest, like debuting someone at 9 and beef with other idols. Stay in school. I'm 06 and I feel so weird with all these young 5th gen groups debuting and people being younger than me. I avoided getting into 5th gen, but now I'm really interested in Cortez and Kiki. Also, am I the only one who thinks they have a similar concept? I have been seeing some creepy stuff from older fans and I'm not like that, but it just feels weird. How do you deal with younger groups? Like, help. I was in your situation during 4th gen. There was like Ian, my age, Heesung, my age, Winter, my age, Yunjin, my age. I'm born 2001. And I was like, oh my god, all these groups, they're all so young now. And with 5th gen, it's like, okay, wow, yeah, I'm getting older. I'm doing stuff with my life. And then, you know, the kids living out their dream. But yeah, I understand that feeling. It feels like, oh wow, I'm old. I could have been like that. I'm like that with K-pop, with actors, with athletes especially, gosh. But yeah, it's like, oh wow, okay, there are people doing that. Okay, it's interesting. You get over it when you hit a certain age where you're like, oh yeah, now I have my own life. They have their own life. It's all good. And then yeah, Cordes and Kiki concept. Kinda. I'm not too sure, but and I need to look into them more. But yeah, there are some creepy fans being like, oh, they're young, they're fresh, they're new. Stop it. Oh, can you call me Nuna? No, stop that. That video, that TikTok of mine that I made, that went viral on Instagram, so follow that. BabyMonster have no synergy. They dance like they are soloists, not group members. It's a YG. I'm just, I'm joking. I am joking. No, I like, they are good performers. It's just that each member has like their own style. That's how I'd say it. Alright, it's not a YG thing. Sorry, you can't spell synergy without a YG. Okay. Okay, that's just okay. No, BabyMonster are good performers, and I guess like yeah, no synergy. Like they all have different energy, different types of flow of movement, but like overall they're great performers, and you know, you can still really enjoy that. Because of like Julie saying the N-word in the first place is not settling with me, and after her apology comes live, they did like be effing for real. Yeah, like here's the thing. Let's move on the situation. We've dragged it on way too much, but yeah, like. When Julie, she apologized for saying the N-word, it's like, okay, we understand. It was a different time. Like, you've learned from it. You won't do anything like that again. And then her birthday live with the same thing. Yeah, nah, it is a bit odd. It feels a bit weird. Like, it's not for me. It's not for me. But let's just all move on from it. I'm sure this time they will learn from their mistake, okay? Okay, I wouldn't say like I stand them as much as I do anymore, but like the situation has been beaten to the ground. I feel like it's time for us to move on and to look at other things, okay? And if they do something similar again, look, I'm a baseball fan. 3 strikes, you're out. BTS, after they came from the military and the boycotted brand thing, people are trying to cancel the I'm guessing them, I'm so hard or want them to speak up. And suddenly they're considered someone who built their career on politics. Are you kidding me? And K-pop stands hypocritical as much with it. How come that you care so much about the boycott and then don't seem to know what other brands aside from McDonald's, Starbucks, and Coca-Cola performative much? Here's the thing, with certain groups at certain stages of their career and like newer groups, they don't really have much power or say on what they can what brands they can be associated with, what they can be ambassador of. So sometimes the company are like, here, we have a new brand deal, take this so that, we can get paid, you can get paid, it's all good. Whereas in BTS's stage, I feel like they do have a say in this, certainly in their stage of their career. And yeah, I don't know what it says in their contract. Maybe in the contract it still says at this time of their career where it's like, you must do what we say, you must follow what brand deals we give you, and they do it. And like certain idols, yeah, we have seen certain idols speak up about it, which is good. But then some idols, they've been told not to speak about it. They've probably been told, listen, if you talk about it, our reputation will go down. We might lose brand deals. We can't do certain things, so you can't have any say in it whatsoever. Speaking on one side or another, which is upsetting, because yes, there's both sides of Free Palestine and the whole situation. Both sides somehow have very popular stances with each other. For me personally, Free Palestine, of course, but yeah, with K-pop companies, they want to be as neutral as possible to cater to as many people as possible. But then with the brandos and stuff, it's quite insane. And to people saying, oh, but K-pop idols, they probably don't know. They probably don't know it in South Korea. It is all over the internet. South Korea is all over the internet. They're always on the internet. When I went to South Korea, just walking down, like a good 90% of people were walking while on their phone. People were on the train while on their phone. They are always on the internet. I'm pretty sure they would be aware of the situation. Things are hypocritical. The way they dragged BTS for Western collabs and Jungkook debut from being in English and calling his promotions payola just for the girls to do the same and somehow following their footsteps. Of course, they would turn blind on it, and even some called it organic. Like a lot of K-pop fandoms, when their group doesn't do anything, they blame other groups for doing it, but then when their group does it, then they're like, oh, we're the best. What it's not just Blinks, it's most K-pop fandoms. But I remember Blink saying oh yeah, BTS got nominated for a Grammy, but did you know the Grammys aren't that prestigious? They're not that good. They're not really much of an award show. And now Rose is nominated, and Blinks are like, where's BTS at the Grammys, huh? Where's BTS? It's like people are way too competitive in the K-pop space. Where it's like, just listen to their music, watch their performances. It's fine. Like Blackpink and BTS, I'm sure they're fine with each other. Why can't Blinks and Armies be fine with each other? I understand there's awards and wins and all that, but so what? They can still make a living and make the content that we all like, even if they don't win awards. It's all good. Just be chill about it. I don't know how I feel about Wonyoung. Sometimes I found the hate ridiculous. Others I found her actions questionable. She's not talentless, even if she still contribute to the group inside and outside, and to be honest, she often goes viral for visual pretty related things. Her star quality, yeah, in order to be a K-pop idol, all people is you have to be a great vocalist, you have to be a great dancer, you have to be a great rapper, great performer, and all that. But the most important thing of being a K-pop idol is just being able to connect with an audience, capture an audience, grab their attention. That's the most important part. That's what K-pop companies look for the most, especially nowadays. Wonyoung, she looks like a star. When you type in celebrity online, she shows up. She's like celebrity, head to toe, inside and out. And yeah, I'm just upset that she now has to limit herself in the way she acts. Because we've seen in the KGMAs, it feels like she's really holding back on the way she can act, because ever since she was 14, she debuted in 2018 in Eyes One. She when she was in Eyes One, she was so free and happy because she was the youngest, and all the members took care of her. And now that she's in her own group, even though she doesn't own the group, people are so critical of her now, especially ever since she became an adult. So that kind of made her become more rigid and act in a certain way, but like I'm sure one day she'll be more free, she'll be fine, she'll be great, and she is one of, if not the biggest star of K-pop. She is the 4th gen it girl. Yo, overrated does not exist. If they work to get there, then it isn't overrated. Yeah, I've been saying this a lot of times. I'm happy this person agrees. There's no such thing as being overrated. If you made it to where you are, hats off to you. You made it, okay? It is what it is. There's over appreciation, I am sure, but being overrated, there's no really such thing. Itchy had a downfall because everyone focused on other K-pop groups on the time, particularly Aespa. That was peak Aespa. Yeah, like Itchy, they debuted in 2019, or was it 2018? I think 2019, and yeah, like they were one of the first 4th gen K-pop girl groups, and everyone's like, yeah, let's go, this is it. And then SM announced a new girl group, and all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, SM new girl group since Red Velvet. It's been 6 years, and then yeah, kind of like that, and then La Seraphim debuted, New Jeans debuted, and then all of it, I've debuted, and all of a sudden, JYP debuted and Mix, and it's like, so what's happening? What's happening? And then yeah, it's just upsetting because like I will still say ITZY are still the most consistent performers out of all 4th gen girl groups, and in my opinion, at least top 3 best 4th gen girl group performers. 100%. Even though Wonyoung didn't exactly deserve to be in the group compared to the other contestants, people need to leave it in the past now. Shake my head. I still see people saying something hateful about Wonyoung from Are You Next, and clearly she's improved and it's time to let it go. Yeah, if she made it, she made it. Like, yes, it could be rigged. There could be a lot of rigging in certain things, but at the end of the day, if that's the group, that's the group. And listen, Islet, they're great. Like, everyone was doing that last year. Everyone was doing that. Like, Islet, they're great, okay? Let's just appreciate every single member as they are. They're all talented. They're all great. Just let it be now. And Hype and Stray Kids low-key had a downfall. Yes, some of their music is still good, but it won't ever hit the same as it did before. Stray Kids is pretty mid now, and their music tends to be a bit repetitive sometimes. And in Hype, some of the music just isn't how it was before. Given, Taken, for example. Okay, I thought you meant in terms of success. Like, they had like one of the best years this year. But yeah, in terms of music, like, I hate saying this, but yes, they have catered more to the mainstream audience. Like, when K-pop groups first debut, they try to create their own identity, and they do it so well. And then they realize they gain mainstream attention, and now they try to cater to the mainstream audience. And then, you know, they do, although number-wise, they do become more successful. It's just, it's like, God's menu. Oh, Fever. Oh, you guys need to stop bringing up Stray Kids, BTS, and Hyping up into every boy group. Oh my god, I thought this was Nicki and on literally N team content. Please, I love these boys, but I think you need to stop bringing up and Hyping and on N team or any group into any other group content. Yes, you have a right to express that is similar, but it gets to a point where you need to shut it. Yeah, if it gets to that extent, just say, "Oh, you're being racist." Boom, done. Stop bringing up other groups and other contents. Just be like, okay, appreciate this group. That's it. And if you don't want to look at that group, then you can scroll. It's not that hard. People need to stop worshiping their favorite K-pop groups. Did you even know it was coming that some of your favorite idols were PDFs? I don't think so. Yeah, don't worship them. Like, appreciate them. Appreciate their music. That's totally normal. But they're being like, they are the god of gods. They are the almighty. No, they're not. Please chill out, alright? They're not. Like, they're people. You don't know what they're like. Nobody is the best in the K-pop industry. Everyone is amazing in their own different ways. 100%. Yeah, everyone has their own quality, their own uniqueness. It's all good. Like, yes, there are people that are more successful than others, but in terms of pure talent and performance and all that, it's very subjective. Like, I know some people that love Pure One Harmony and people that think that Pure One Harmony is the mid. People that love Enhypen and people think that Enhypen are just okay. Like, there are two different types of people. As long as you're respectful about it, then it's all good. Just be respectful. Leave any dating idols alone. They're allowed to date and have their own lives. They're human. Yeah. Like, look at the music they make. Like, how can you make music like that without experiencing it? I feel like that's very important with songs. Also, thank you for all your videos. Thank you so much. I'm very disappointed at what SM did with Rich Man, Aespa. When I listened to the Rich Man demo for the first time, I was completely stunned by how much better it was. The rock type guitar just hit a lot harder than whatever that empty and polished instrumental was. Obviously, this is all opinion based, but what isn't really opinion based are the lyrics. Aespa's song doesn't mention a stereotype of being told to marry a rich man a single time, while the demo has these very boss girl lyrics like "Hold up, let me mansplain," and mentioning that stereotype right at the beginning of the song and repeating "You should marry a rich man, I am rich man" throughout the chorus. Basically, I don't like the way SM kind of ruined the way the iconic song sounded and polished it down to a soulless piece of garbage. Wow. Okay. I mean, I didn't enjoy Rich Man that much, but like, this is, I mean, compared to last year, can we all just talk about how Aespa absolutely dominated last year? Absolutely dominated 2024. Like, 2024 was Aespa's year. 2024 to Aespa was like 2023 to Max Verstappen. It was insane. And this year, it's like, they've kind of like slowed it down. You know, they're going on tour, and like, yeah, kind of like a break, kind of just chilling, and it's all good. But yeah, like 2024 was the only year where like I liked every single Aespa song, I'd say. Like 2023, I only liked a few, and then 2022, 2021, and 2020, I wasn't the biggest Aespa fan. But yeah, now Aespa, they've been together for 5 years. We're getting old. There are some of my opinions. Please don't hate, and I don't mean any hate to any groups mentioned. I hate how some famous content creators will see a K-pop group getting famous and make vids about liking them, plus videos with them, and then a few days later forget they even exist. Like, yes, I love that K-pop is growing, but like, again, they just forget about them until they're famous again, which is dumb in my opinion. Yeah, I feel like it's kind of like a two-way deal. An influencer that's rising up and a K-pop group that's rising up. Hey, we're both rising up. Let's collab. Be like, oh, dream collab. They collab for a bit. I'm pretty sure those idols don't really know the influencer either. So I feel like that's purely business. That's my opinion. Stray Kids should have won the VMA. Yes, the song by Lisa is really good, but Blackpink hasn't been as busy. They've only released one song plus solos, whereas Stray Kids have released one mixtape and one full album within the past year and 2 albums last year. Congratulations Lisa for winning, but I thought it was a bit unfair. Plus, I wouldn't have considered it K-pop since the artist a pop artist besides Lisa. Like, I mean, it doesn't matter how much music you release in a certain amount of time. It's all about how well your song does, and that's all that people care about. Okay? Like, people, sure, they will appreciate your hard work and all of that and how much you release within a certain amount of time, but people just focus on the song itself. Okay? Like, you can release 5 albums in 1 year, and maybe only one of them could get attention. Whereas one random person from TikTok could release a song, and all of a sudden, it's a song we all hear on every edit and every sound, and it becomes more successful than any of the songs that it released in the 5 album. You never know. So with VMAs and award shows and all like that, you can't really predict what's going to happen. Uppity is overplayed. Sorry, I've heard it everywhere. It's become annoying. Also, same with the K-pop Demon Hunter songs. I used to listen to them, but now I can't. Yeah. I hate when there's a song I really like, but then it's overplayed and then it doesn't hit anymore. But then you stop listening to it, and then you listen to it after a certain amount of time. It's like, oh my god, I remember this was the best song ever. Then you overplay it again, and then you get sick of it, and then you just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That's a good feeling, honestly. I don't know why it is normalized now to straight up stalk and obsess over idols, especially in inappropriate ways. Like, these are real human beings with feelings and need something called privacy. They aren't a god as someone religious, so stans need to chill out, especially with also the toxic fandoms hating on everyone but their fave groups. Listen, have your own life. Stop trying to live another person's life. No one else is going to live your life, so live yours like it's yours, not being obsessed with someone else's. If not, then go to jail. Lastly, we can normalize giving groups breaks, please. I feel like a lot of us ask for it, yet if it were to happen, there would be a hate train. So many groups need breaks, and Hype and Stray Kids to name a few. K-pop never sleeps, and it's very unfortunate, especially when you first start. Like, the first 2 to 3 years are the most important. That's when you just need to keep on going and going and going. And Hype and Stray Kids did that, but they kept at that pace. And listen, they can take a break, take a 6-month break. That would be cool. That would be fine. Like a hiatus, as people would say, a hiatus. Sometimes that's needed. They need to chill out. They need to chill and just let them recharge. Confession: I generally used to name idols out loud so I could memorize each member, who each member was when watching videos of them. Pause the video and point each member out. I've been a stan for only a year now, so plus I had a K-pop dream where I had lunch at my school with Stray Kids and we talked and walked to class together. Help. I know this is a lot, but again, these are my opinions and no hate, please. Have a good day, Eldrick. Pardon my spelling. All good. So yeah, you had your dreams. Like, everyone has their own ways of memorizing K-pop idols. It's all good. So yeah, you're fine. You're fine. That's actually pretty cool. You actually took effort into remembering the names, and you've been in K-pop stan for a year, so have fun. I hate Blackpink. I just feel like they are very overrated. They just seem so arrogant in every video I see of them. Like, I don't understand why they are so popular when they don't even have many songs. They never apologize for saying the N-word, and Blinks are even worse. They're so defensive and attack anyone for even mentioning another group even slightly. Don't get me wrong. Like, Blackpink are talented and have decent music, but they aren't that good to the point that any wrongdoing they do should be overlooked. It's your opinion. I'm not going to say I agree with all of it, and I'm not going to say I disagree with all of it. But if that's how you feel about Blackpink, that's how you feel. I've had to